Good morning and welcome. I'm Karen. This is Veronica's Dreams Coaching and Tarot. It is Friday. Yay! Hope you all are doing fantastic. Today is our daily reading. I'm going to use the Mystic Palette Tarot again. I like to stay with the same deck for at least a few days, unless I just can't read with it. And let's get started. Ugh. So this is our daily reading. It is looking at current situation, influences around that, clarifying as we go. It is a collective reading, so take what resonates. Okay, here we go. Current situation, please. That is Six of Wands, nice. Present influence. Three of Wands, nice. Future influence. Five of Wands. Yes, I mean, it's not necessarily bad. That's not negative. What we don't see. Death. What to look for. Four of Swords. What will be unexpected. Ace of Swords. Challenge. Four of Pentacles. Strength. King of Swords. Where does this lead? Queen of Swords. Seven of Wands. And Nine of Pentacles. Bottom of the deck is the Five of Swords. Okay, I'm going to pull out before I get started. Advice, please. Two of Swords. So, what's that? That's Temperance. Okay. So Five of Swords is at the bottom of the deck. And I think it's interesting with the Five of Wands. So this could be about Five of Swords can be about people fighting unfairly, people not being, I don't want to say being honest, not being honest, but kind of. And at the same time, too, when we look at the Five of Swords, you see, the normal Rider White, you see the three people. You see one who is a winner, one who's dead, and one who's walking away. And that's the premise of the card. You can win, you can lose, or you can just not deal with it. And so it can be, like in this card, I am seeing evil. I see two people walking away. One looks injured. So like the one down here kind of looks injured. He's walking away. He's the winner, but did he really win? I almost feel like that's kind of what is happening. I'm looking at that card thinking, did I really win anything here? Or it's almost like this, there was some kind of disagreement and you feel like, oh, well, but it doesn't feel like it's really solved itself, or it has been solved at all. It almost feels like there's still something missing. So I feel like with the Six of Wands, we have the Six of Wands in the current situation and the Three of Wands in the present influence. So the Three of Wands is the energy that's influencing the now, and that is the kind of waiting to see the ramifications or the good stuff that's coming out of the work you've done. I think with that comes the Six of Wands. I feel like someone, not you, you are either being recognized or someone else is recognizing the situation. I do feel like there is a uplifting feeling with this, like, not like celebration, but just like confidence. Like there's this underlying confidence that has been given to you about this thing. Let's clarify the Six of Wands. It's a little bit warm in here. It's really weird. I keep the thermostat pretty cool, but I think I'm sitting underneath. I think that heater just blows right at me. Because in my office, which is upstairs too, it's cool. It stays cool. Almost too cool, but I don't want to be careful. When it's too warm, you get tired. Enough about that. Let's get back to the Six of Wands. Okay, current situation. Tell me more about the Six of Wands, please. What is this? Six of Wands. Eight of Pentacles, Seven of Cups, King of Pentacles. Yeah, I mean, it feels like that. Like, I feel like, okay, so Eight of Pentacles, mastering a skill, staying consistent, working on it until you master it. Seven of Cups, now you have choices. So then the King of Pentacles comes in, and I feel like that's kind of like you in your own, in some cases, like if this has to do with work or something like that, it could be this as a person that's recognizing you and has found that. But I feel like it's more about, you know, I've been working really hard, and now I need to know what to do next. I feel like the King of Pentacles is you knowing what to do next. Like making that decision, knowing what you want to do. Then we have the Three of Wands. Now let's clarify that, because then we'll put them together. But I do feel like that. I feel like it's you understanding where you're at. And I think it's really important, because that's what the Three of Wands is too. You're seeing everything come together. Three of Wands. And the Three of Wands is kind of neat, because you're kind of watching it from afar. You've already done the work. And now it's paying off. And then it leads to the Four of Wands, right? So tell me about the Three of Wands here in present influence. The World, yes, see? The Magician and the Eight of Pentacles again. So, yeah, there is something here where, okay, there's something here with the World that I feel like the Magician is this, if something was hidden from you, and we've talked about the Magician, kind of the sleight of hand, being a magician, that you've come to, well, you know, I'm taking that back. I'm looking at it closer as I look in the, where I can see. The, it almost feels to me with the World there that you've, okay, you've reached right a goal. The World is about that, but I think the Magician is going back to with the Six of Wands is the realization of the tools you have from the work you've done. And going back to that, yeah, I know that sounds like a word salad, but it's not, because we're all different. But so I can't be exact. I kind of have to salad it a little bit, but mix it up. But yeah, like the Six of Wands is the recognition, but it had the Eight of Pentacles. So you really worked hard and then were given choices. And the Three of Wands is the realization of the work you've done, reaching a pivotal moment with the World, and then kind of going back to the beginning again with, okay, I got this. I've got everything I need. And I feel like now here's the recognition of the work you've done. Yeah, this feels definitely more personal. The Five of Wands is in your future influence. The Five of Wands is a lot about conflict. It can be about competition. It can be about, but when we look at wands, we always have to remember that there's a lot of energy in the wand. So, whereas like the Five of Swords can be more brain activity in your head, thoughts, words, things like that, where a wand is more actions. So there may be some kind of action that you feel is kind of, let's see, let me go. Like we're conflicted about, but I don't know. Let's see what it is. Let's see. Empress, Tower, Moon. Okay, those are all, for one, this is going to be important because they're all majors. So the clarifiers. Empress, Tower, Moon. There's something here. There is some kind of change coming. So if you've been kind of taking care of yourself, there's something that's changing here with this, because this is future influence. The Tower is the change. The Moon is the kind of, I think the conflict comes from you finally kind of realizing what's happening in a situation. And I think it does have to do with kind of a fight, whether you've been fighting with yourself or somebody else. And not fight, like, it doesn't have to be like just, you know, kind of rehashing things too. But I feel like this is just really, you know, you were in a position like the Empress, and then this change, there's some kind of change that causes this conflict. But what the change is really about is the clarity and coming out of the non-understanding. I feel like that's kind of it. But I also feel in some cases this could be the conflict about not understanding things, not being clear. This change has happened, but there's still uncertainty behind it. Again, the moon is about things not being clear. The shadows are different. I look at the moon sometimes as spiritual, but mostly it's about that. Like, there's times in our lives where things are happening and we don't understand the whole story, but we might think we do. One of the things, I haven't said it in a long time, but you know, you could be hearing people talk about you, let's say at work, this is just an example, you hear people talk about you and you're going, like, you know, some kind of gossip is happening, but you're worried, you're assuming that it's negative, you're assuming, oh, maybe I'm going to lose my job, or these people really don't like me, or whatever. You know, you kind of go in that direction because they're not telling you. So when people hide things, you're automatically thinking the worst. The moon is, well, things aren't always as they seem. So if that's happening, maybe look at it. And then it ends up, these people are trying to, you know, plan some kind of surprise party for you, or, you know, you're going to be recognized, or there's something happening where it's all positive. So it's just a reminder that if you don't know the answer, you don't know the answer. You know, don't assume that something is positive or negative. So I think that is what's happening here, is you don't know the answer, the more I look at it, because there is something that's changed. And the reason why I think the conflict is there is you feel like this change should have given you answers, and you still are not clear. And I do like the fact that the Ace of Swords is up here, because that tells us that things will be cleared up. We've got the Death in what you don't see. This is about things changing, transforming. To me, the Death is almost always positive, because it's allowing us to grow. The Death is that, like, the shedding of the skin and becoming something new. You know, caterpillar to butterfly, how the snakes, as they grow, they shed their skin. But it's the growth that's important with the Death card to me. It's what are you transforming to? What's the transforming taking you to? And I believe overall these are positive. Sometimes that transformation can be not so good, like if there's outside sources that are kind of leading you to make a transformation that's not so good. You know, like you know, teenagers being drawn into the wrong crowd, that kind of thing. But usually, unless we're really drawn to allowing other people to, and that happens. I mean, when you want to feel like part of the group, the team, whatever, you may change a little bit in a way you don't really want to. And then that usually comes out of it anyway. Tell me more about the Death card. Isn't that crazy? 10 of Swords, 2 of Wands, 5 of Swords. So yeah, there is an ending to, this has to do with an ending. And I feel like it definitely is showing the 5 of Swords. So this ending is not your ending. It's someone else's ending. And I feel like this someone else is probably deciding how much energy to put in here. Again, this could be work, love, friends. It could actually be nothing to do with you directly, but this is an indirect message that affects you indirectly, because it's in the what we don't see. So it can be all of those things, but there is something driving someone to an end. And I believe that end is seeing how to map out a better, better move forward, getting out of this. Okay, what do I do next? How much do I put into this? And I don't think that's up to you. You may still be thinking about it, but I feel like it's another entity or the environment. The 4 of Swords is in what to look for. I feel like there is some healing happening here, but let's figure out if this is like, let's see, because this is what to look for. And I feel like we've had this Four of Swords a lot, like, so I don't know if this is directly about you. And like I said, healing is a lifelong thing, right? Four of Swords, please, in the what to look for. Hangman, Eight of Wands. There's something definitely coming in. We've got the Seven of Wands here, which, where's the other Seven of Wands? It's over here. So if you were in a position that you felt like, well, I feel like there's something here where you need to see the healing part of the, looking at something differently, coming from probably some kind of message or even an idea. So it doesn't have to necessarily be a message. And this is about kind of you taking back control of what you need, what you expect, what you want. Again, kind of standing up for yourself, maybe in a situation where you felt like it was kind of not really fair. But I feel like this is, realize that I feel like there's almost this, you don't need to keep standing up for yourself. You don't need to keep doing that, because there's something here that says you need to take the healing. You need to get away from this. You're okay. You get what you want. You don't have to stand up for yourself, like to another person or to work or to whatever. You just, allow yourself to do the right thing. And that's what I'm getting, and I'm not saying that you don't do the right thing, but allow the energies to work for you instead of feeling like you need to go, okay, this is what like that kind of, I think it's almost like, this is done. This is the healing from that. There's been healing going on here. And I do feel like it comes back around, but I'll clarify that. So Ace of Swords in the unexpected. And I like that because this is really about clarity and being articulate and having aha moments and all those things. So let's see what this is unexpectedly, because I like that. It's not something that you're expecting. I do like the King of Pentacles in your strength, though. Tell me more about this Ace of Swords. Empress again. Judgment. Nine of Pentacles. So, we got the Nine of Pentacles over there. I think you're understanding. I do feel like there could be a renewal here or a rebirth feeling, like coming, that phoenix. But I feel like there's this, the Ace of Swords is the realization. I think the renewal is being proud of yourself and understanding and recognizing. The aha moment is, no, look at everything I've done. And that allows you to get renewed again. It's almost like, okay, the Seven of Wands energy that we've seen in the clarifier here and over here, there's this thing where when we have to feel like we have to stand up for ourselves, sometimes it makes us feel like we're not good enough. Why should we always have to justify ourselves or do that? And I feel like this Ace of Swords is a realization that you don't have to justify yourself. You absolutely don't, because you are in a position to understand and you now see, no, I don't. I'm good. I'm good. I'm successful, or whatever it is. I'm good. I'm independent. I got myself. I don't need anyone else to have my back. I got it. And it's once you hit that realization that you don't have to have something or someone else in your life to succeed, then people start coming in to help you because you don't need it. And people want to be around that confidence. And I think it leads to people being around you. The Four of Pentacles is in your challenge. It's either about holding on to something that you're having a hard time holding on to, or not holding on to something. So I'm definitely going to clarify this. When I look at the whole reading, I feel like it's don't hold on to something that's not serving you, something that doesn't deserve space. Like if you're holding on to a belief of yourself or something that it's something in your life that doesn't deserve space in your life. Make room for something else, instead of holding on to that. But let's see if that's what I'm thinking. I think it is. But the cards will tell us. Ten of Pentacles, Justice. Yeah, Four of Cups. You know, I feel like with the I feel like with that Justice sitting smack in the middle here, I feel like it's almost exactly what I said. Don't leave space in your world for something that you don't want. So, Ten of Pentacles, there may be a feeling of something to do with home or job or money or something like that. But I feel like don't lose sight, if the Four of Cups is about not seeing things, like not seeing what's handed to you. It's kind of like a nonchalant, I've heard it called a nonchalant card, where you just kind of boredom. um I feel like it's almost like, okay, you're so unfocused and you're feeling bored that what you need to do is let go of that. But I feel like that the Justice is understanding. um like, I feel like almost like you feel like I really feel like this is like letting go of having your eyes set on maybe something that you can't get, or thinking that you can't get it. Because I feel like with the Ten of Pentacles there and the Justice, there's something here that is speaking to me, like, you don't have to, like, if you want more, don't hold on to this energy of searching with that energy, like having daydreams but not doing anything about it. Like, or open up your eyes. You're holding on to just, I don't want to deal with it, I'm going to keep my eyes closed kind of feeling. Or you're in a position where you're really like not in a good place, maybe bored, maybe just not happy with the things that are going on around you. And instead of holding on to that thought, the thought needs to be changed. And I think the Ten of Pentacles and the Justice is saying, let things kind of happen, because these are positive cards and they're good. So it's not like you're holding on to a person. It's more like holding on to how you're dealing with things. And maybe you need to let that go and just start putting energy into something. I don't know yet what it is. We have the King. Oh, this is the King of Swords. Ooh. King of Swords is in the positive. Let's see what this is about. Is this somebody, or is this... The King of Swords would be a personality that's very clear, speaks, has a goal in mind, keeps their eye on that goal. Tell me more about the King of Swords. This could be someone that cares about you, and that there could be a change coming in. We've got the Death, the transformation. Again, this is the positive. So this is the same person that's transforming. And I feel like there is moving towards the hope of caring, love, whatever. And I feel like this energy is positive, because there could be someone in your life that's changing and understanding what you mean to them, what they mean to you. Again, this could be work, because what you mean to the job, or what, that kind of thing. Like this is someone that's gone through a change, death, realizing what they really want out of the situation. I don't feel like this is you. I feel like it's someone else, because I feel like this person could have kind of control a little bit. Not like, if it's a job, they could be the boss, or someone above the boss, or someone that has insight, or what have you, right? Tell me more about the Queen of Swords. I was somewhere else right there, but no, I'm gonna do that. The Queen of Swords is, wow, I'm sorry guys, that was really odd. It's morning. The Queen of Swords. Okay, I do want to know more about the Queen of Swords because honestly, what is this? So never mind. I'm just going to put the Queen of Swords. Of course, is the softer energy of the king to me. So when I see like the kings and queens, that's how I feel. I don't feel necessarily masculine and feminine. It's more. I feel like the kings are more. I always sit upright because they're more stout. I want to use the word, and the queen is softer, the softer side of that same energy. However, the queen in this case, she's pretty. She's just as much. But I want to know. So when I see this also happen, this is our strength, and we have. So depending on the positions, but this is like where this is leading. This queen could actually be the king of swords. If it was more like a love reading or something, and you see those two show up, depending on the positions, that's a unity that's really good because they're both swords. But in this case, the way they're sitting and the positions, this being in the strength, this being in the outcome, that this could be the same person. It might not. So that's going to clarify it. That's where my head was going. Sorry about that. Tower, World, King of Cups, which clarified. Okay, so I am assuming that because the King of Swords over here had the King of Cups also as the clarifier. This does. So I feel like this could be the same person. However, Tower, World, King of Cups, it's like there was some kind of change reaching the end of whatever that change was causing and coming to a more empathetic place, more caring. I don't want to use the word loving because I don't know that that's what it is. More about the feeling, like realizing that there is something that you could really care about here. Whether this is, I think this is someone, again, what they bring to the table though is the transition. I feel like this is someone again, we talked about the death card, that was part of that. Now we've got the world, this is all coming together. There's been some kind of change happening. We've got the tower and the death. But I feel like with the King of Cups here, this person is kind of going from sword to cup, like not being so harsh, kind of, softening up. That's what I feel like. We've got the Seven of Wands after that. So what is this? Seven of Wands is about, standing your ground. But let's see more. So this is, I guess that's Leo and Sagittarius energy. I don't know. We've got, those could be planets. I need to look at those more because they're in all of the cards. Other than the quartz. And I didn't, let me see about it's odd to me that the majors don't have them. Okay. Tell me about this Seven of Wands here. What is this after the Queen of Swords? The Magician, Nine of Pentacles, and I don't want that, but I'm going to look at it. Three of Cups. I'm going to put it back here. It flew out, so I'm going to keep it there, but okay, we're going back to, remember we've had the Nine of Pentacles and the Magician clarifying. I can't even remember now what it was clarifying, but again, that it could have come with the Seven of Wands. No. Anyway, what I see here is definitely, I think the realization that you don't need to. And I feel like the Five of Cups is, I might have been disappointed. I don't feel like this is you like holding your ground or needing to do that. What I do feel like is the realization of I understand what I have to give and who I am. And I feel like that's the magician, the Nine of Pentacles. The Five of Cups, I feel like, is the realization that maybe something did disappoint you. So I feel like this is more of a realization card where you're standing your ground, not to somebody, but in realization of what happened in a situation. And this is very positive to me because if this feeling resonates with you, once we can identify that something really hurt you, you were really hurt or disappointed in a situation, that is part of the healing, which is what to look for, right? And it allows you to free yourself a little bit because you've admitted it. Like, this really disappointed me and that sucked. And okay, well, what, I can't do anything about it, so I'm going to move on. And then we have the Nine of Pentacles, which again is embracing that independence, that success that you have. And I feel like there's something really, yeah, Nine of Pentacles. Sometimes these are hard to tell, but I really feel like it's, yeah, you know what, this is what I got, this is who I am. I'm good. I'm good. And I feel like too, though, this could, let's clarify, because it also could be something coming in that leads you to also someone else recognizing that about you. Nine of Pentacles, again, with that Six of Wands there. Ace of Wands, Wheel, Ace of Cups. Oh, nice. Yeah, it's like a change. And I'll tell you what I feel like. I feel like with this Nine of Pentacles, it goes from the Ace of Wands to the Wheel to the Ace of Cups. A new beginning, a new energy, a new feeling, whatever it is, it's leading you towards a softer, more loving beginning here. And I feel like this, for some of you, it's absolutely healing and having a better relationship with yourself and your understanding. And that Ace of Cups is the actual renewal feeling of yourself and the realization of this Nine of Pentacles, who you are. And in some cases, this could actually be a new relationship with somebody, but it would come from a very passionate relationship in the past, because it's going from Ace of Wands. As time moves forward, it becomes the Ace of Cups. But the Nine of Pentacles, being that that's you and being that that's a successful thing, I feel like that can lead to, I feel like there's, yes, I can do this. I've taken this energy. I've allowed things to move forward into this energy, whatever that Ace of Cups is to you. Most, I feel like if it is a relationship of some kind, it would be with this King of Swords, Queen of Swords. I think that's the same person. But if it's just you, it's the Nine of Pentacles, man. You've reached a pivotal time in your life, and that's the key. But you know what we have here in our advice is the Two of Swords. So there is swords here. Like, we got the Ace of Swords, King, Queen of Swords, and then Pentacles and Wands. We don't have any cups in the reading. We've had some cups clarifying, but no cups in the readings. And I feel like the decision ultimately that you need to realize, the challenge of the holding on to something maybe that you shouldn't, an idea. And I feel like the Two of Swords, though, is more deciding how to see something. Once you open your eyes, and I think this is more about opening your eyes than making the decision. So sometimes when we're kind of feeling stuck or not knowing what to do, it's just a matter of opening our eyes, looking around, and more than just opening your eyes. That's a basic way of saying, what's going on. Open your, look, feel, look, touch, figure it out. Like, don't allow yourself to move forward blindly into something that may or may not be good. And again, it's not saying that it would be bad either. Just, if you really want to make a decision, you really got to open up your eyes and don't move forward with the blindfold on. It doesn't mean that you make the perfect decision, but if you don't have the blindfold on and you make a decision that ends up not being the greatest, you probably will understand why. And it won't be as devastating. Where if you make a bad decision and you've had the blindfold on, it's more devastating because you weren't looking at the whole picture. So I feel like that's what it is. I feel like changes happen in our life, or we need to make decisions, or things are coming and going. Keep yourself open to all things. Don't, and I think too with that, if you feel like you can make an A or a B decision, that's not the case either. Again, taking that blindfold off, looking at all your options, because we did have the Seven of Cups as a clarifier somewhere in here. And I feel like, again, that's multiple choices. This is A and B choice, but it's like, okay, if I open up our eyes, then we can have more choices, more things available to us. And this could even be ideas. It doesn't have to mean actual things coming in. Like, okay, if I open up my eyes, I can do this, I can do this, I can do it, I can react this way, this way, this way. I can move forward by doing this. And once you open up your eyes, you can see which way to go and what direction to go in. So there you have the reading. I hope you liked it. Take care. Have a beautiful day.